Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here. Today we're going to be talking about the LORAC Beauty and the Beast collection. I'm going to swatch everything, we're going to get ready, and I'm going to show you how I got this look, so please keep watching. I already have my foundation, concealer, bronzer, and brows done, and we're going to start with the face palette from this collection. The cheek palette has 4 powders, 3 are blushes, and 1 is a gold highlight. One of the blushes is matte and the other 2 are shimmers. This gold highlighter shade called Fearless looks like it's going to be a little dark for me, but we're going to go ahead and try it anyway and just see how it looks. Sometimes I have prejudged a highlighter and said that it was too dark for my skin, and then I ended up really liking it. And this one's not too bad. It's definitely not my perfect shade, but I think this would probably suit like a medium tan skin tone a little bit better than a really fair pale skin tone like mine. But as long as I apply it really lightly, I think it looks fine. Now I'm gonna choose my blush color, and I think I'm gonna mix 2 blushes. I'm gonna mix the matte called Enchanted and the lighter shimmer blush called Sea Beyond. I think that's gonna make a really pretty combo. These powders, they're really soft, so you do get a lot of kick up when you dip a brush in, but it's because they're so pigmented. I've noticed that with pretty much any LORAC product I've used, is that they are quite soft, so you get a lot of fallout, a lot of kick up, but it's because the powders are so smooth and so pigmented. Look how beautiful that blush is. Oh man. Once again, another LORAC cheek palette that I love. I also loved the cheek palette from the Pirates of the Caribbean collection. This one is that same super soft, super pigmented formula. And I mean, it's not even doing justice on camera because my ring light's reflecting so much. This packaging is so beautiful. Now let's move on to the eyeshadow palette. This is so freaking cute. It looks like a book. It has like a little bookmark thing. It doesn't really do anything, but it's very cute. It says Tale as Old as Time on the front, and it has a rose. When you open it up, there's this beautiful mirror. This palette does come with a double-ended brush, and the brush feels pretty decent. There are 16 eyeshadow shades in here. 7 are shimmers, 7 are mattes, and then 2 are glittery shades. I'm gonna try my best to use as many of these as I possibly can for my eye look, but I really don't wanna go too crazy. Just for fun, let's use this brush and see how it does. I'm using this kind of cream colored matte shade called Chip In just to set my eye base. I did apply some of my MAC Painterly Paint Pot to my lids first, and I'm just really quickly setting that with this matte shade. It makes everything so easy to blend. I'm gonna use the other side of the brush, and I'm gonna apply a little bit of this light mauve matte shade. It's called TikTok, and I'm gonna start to work that into my crease. Now I'm gonna go into this shimmery bronze shade called My Castle, and I'm gonna put that kind of on the outer part of my lid, and I'm gonna try to stay away from my crease because I really want that beautiful lavender mauve shade to show. So I'm just packing that on the outer half of my lid, but trying to stay lower away from my crease. Maybe it would help you if I zoomed you in. Now I'm going to take the pink shimmery shade in the palette on my finger. This shade is called Real You, and I'm kind of tapping that all over the inner part of my lid. This is way glitterier than I expected it to be. It's pretty though. I want to add a little bit more depth to the outer part of my eye and a little bit just right along the very outer edge of my lower lash line. So I'm taking this really deep brick red shade called Romance, and I'm gonna tap just a little bit of that right along the outer part. I'm gonna go back with my original transition shade called TikTok, and I'm just gonna kind of incorporate everything together, starting with the heaviest application on the outer part of my eye and then working my way in, all the way in towards the inner corner, and just making sure everything is kind of nicely incorporated and there aren't any real beginning and ending lines. And these shadows are so soft and so easy to work with. You could seriously blend these with your finger. Now, this is my favorite part every time I do my eyeshadow. I'm gonna highlight the inner corners of my eyes, and there is an amazing, super bright, icy white shade. This one's called Dream It, and I'm just gonna blast that inner corner. As usual for LORAC palettes, these eyeshadows are insanely pigmented. They are so pretty, so easy to work with. I absolutely love the LORAC eyeshadow formula. I know some people aren't as big of a fan of LORAC shadows because they're super pigmented, so they can be kind of intimidating. They can be kind of hard to work with because there is kick up, there's fallout. I think that's actually a sign of a great shadow. They're very soft, buttery, blendable. I love every LORAC eyeshadow pretty much that I've ever tried, and this one's no exception. I think the color range in here is great. You can get a really bright pop of color. You can go for a more subtle look. There's warm tones, there's cool tones, and I think that all the shades fit with the theme, so they did a beautiful job with this. My only, I guess, kind of complaint is I don't love the glittery, like the glittery black and the glittery dark brown. I wish that those were either mattes or shimmers, but I think that's just a personal preference. I'm just not huge on like really dark glittery shades. I'm sure a lot of people are a fan of those shades, just doesn't work for me. For the packaging, I actually love this packaging. I don't mind that it's bulky. I think this is beautiful. Again, it fits with the Beauty and the Beast theme. It's definitely a display piece. This makes me so happy. I curled my lashes and added some mascara off camera, and I also finally remembered to put my earrings in. Now it's time to finish my look with some lip color. There are two different lip sets in this collection. There's a 5-piece lipstick set and there's a 5-piece lip gloss set. The glosses do correspond to the lipsticks, so they have the same shade names. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you some swatches here. The lipsticks are on top, and of course the corresponding lip gloss shade is shown below. As far as I know, these lip colors are not gonna be sold individually. I believe they will only be sold in their 5-piece sets. I'm gonna go with this shade called Believe, and I'm gonna use the lipstick first, and then I'll put a little bit of the gloss on top. So here's just the Mod lipstick. I really like this shade. I think it's really flattering. It's like a medium rosy pink. And let's see what it looks like with the gloss on top. The gloss with the same shade name seems a lot more nude to me than the lipstick. These glosses are really sheer though, so they're not really doing much to change the color of the lipstick underneath. I think there's a nice range of colors in here, and all of them are pretty wearable. Unless you don't consider a bright red to be wearable. I know some people are just like, no way on the red, but I do think that it's a great thing to include in this collection. I absolutely love the packaging. I love all the attention to detail that they put into this collection and really made it feel like it was relevant to the movie. And I just had a lot of fun playing with this. I would love to hear your thoughts on the collection. Leave a comment and let me know what you think about this. I had so much fun playing with all these products, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Two are... kind of matches my shirt today. That's fun. Okay. Oh man, I do not know what to do with this eye look. So I guess there are actually 3 glittery shades in this palette. Why can't you talk? Ooh, this lip gloss is a little tingly. What? Why can't I just say something normal? think the blush is my favorite thing. Frankly, I don't even know what that means. Tale as old as time, song as old as time, Beauty and the Eyeshadow Palette.